Hey guys, welcome to one of my first videos of Natty or not video. I didn't think that I would have to be or would ever be really doing a video like this, but here I am doing a Natty or not video on one of my own clients, Bill Maeda, who is an awesome guy, and you may have heard of him, but he has been questioned for probably, I don't know, for longer than he's been a client of mine. And he asked me earlier, he's like, hey, is there something that you could show on the lab work that would help identify or people understand that I am actually not taking any sort of anabolics at all? Now, Bill has said this from day one, that he has been completely natural, hasn't used any sort of testosterone or anabolics or anything like that. And ever since I've been working with him, he's always been truthful, and his labs have always showed that to be true as well too. So let me just show you guys who Bill is in case you don't know. This is his Instagram, Bill Maeda. He is 56 years old and has been jacked. Look at this old photo that he posted of himself. Has been jacked. 1996. The guy's been jacked for like over 30 years now. He looked incredible here. He does some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, I don't even know how much weight is 125 pounds. Look how jacked he is, like just ripped. He does all kinds of like unorthodox stuff. Mostly, I think, started with calisthenics based. And I think one day he just started posting online about just doing, look at what the fuck is this crazy movement. He just started doing some crazy movements online, and not even for the sake of really trying to go viral, just for the sake of getting out there and doing something. He has his own business. I've been to his training facility, actually. Visited Hawaii with my wife and the in-laws, and we actually weren't too far from where Bill was, and I got the chance to go hang out with him. And point is, Bill lives this lifestyle and clearly has been living this lifestyle for quite a long time. But, for a 56-year-old guy who is clearly, his body composition is insane, his athletic ability and his strength is obviously above average. He is questioned a lot on whether or not he's natural and he's taking testosterone. And I guess we're here to really kind of settle that. So let me show you guys his lab work and just get right into it. He gave me permission to share his labs, and he kind of wanted you guys to see this. So, as you can see at the top, these are his labs. His name's up here. He's got his birthday. He's 56 years old. We ordered these labs for him. I put the order in for him specifically through Merrick, and here they are. So if we just kind of really dive right into it without getting into any of his other markers, you can see his total testosterone here at 866. And if you guys did really want or need, I suppose I could share all the other historical labs we have with him. But for the sake of this being the one here, let's just talk about it. So his total test, 866, really not astronomically high, but incredible for him being 56 years old. And I'll have to tell you, the amount of labs that I look at relative to what we're seeing here, most guys who are in their 50s, hell, even in their 30s and 40s, some in their 20s, don't have nearly as good of testosterone as he does. And this just goes to show that, he takes care of himself. You can see his sex hormone binding globulin is high, and if you know really anything about labs, this would kind of be a quick indicator already that he's certainly not on any other exogenous testosterone or anabolics. And if we notice, his free testosterone here is at a 94.6 picograms per milliliter, which is honestly a little on the lower side and really under or outside of our optimal range where we'd like to see it. But ultimately, this is what we kind of came to look for, right? His gonadotropins, the signaling from his pituitary to his testes that would identify whether or not he has any type of exogenous hormone in place. And if that were the case, and if he did, then the signal from the brain to the testes to produce testosterone would simply be shut down. Once you have exogenous testosterone or from outside the body coming in, your body's going to recognize this as, hey, I have enough testosterone coming in. I don't need to produce any on my own. Therefore, I'm just going to stop producing it. And these numbers would, subsequently or consequently be suppressed down to zero or undetectable. This is your luteinizing hormone, and this is your follicle stimulating hormone. We have luteinizing hormone, which is going to stimulate the production of testosterone. And then we've got follicle stimulating hormone, which is going to stimulate spermatogenesis. So we've got the Leydig cells here that are going to stimulate testosterone, and then the Sertoli cells that would help to stimulate spermatogenesis. So this is ultimately what you would look for. I remember the first time that I saw Bill, and I was like, hey, Bill, if there's anybody that ever questions you and you want him to really point out that you are certainly not taking any other anabolics, then you can just show them a screenshot of this. And we haven't yet, but ultimately, this is it. I think he's just been getting way too many questions, and really just wanted to show you guys that, yes, he is absolutely natural. He has not taken any anabolics, and I have proof of that, not just here, but on every single lab panel that we've ever done for him. And just so you guys are aware, let me just show you really quickly in comparison to what it looks like when somebody is on exogenous testosterone or is taking testosterone from outside the body, and in this case, injecting it like myself. So these are my own labs, and I am far above a testosterone replacement therapy dose, but you can see my total testosterone here is in the 2,500 range. My free testosterone is quite high. My sex hormone binding globulin is quite low. So this does carry around all of your sex hormones, but this will also kind of bind up that testosterone and render some of that free testosterone to be less bioavailable. Well, because mine is so low, this will increase my free and available testosterone relative to Bill's, where his free testosterone is really quite low and his sex hormone binding globulin is quite high. Now, this is going to be a natural biological response as you get older, because the body, what it's trying to do is protect and preserve that amount of testosterone as we age. So again, more importantly, as we look, my luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, my endogenous production here, the signaling is telling my testes from the pituitary to the testes, hey, like, we don't need to produce our own. We have exogenous testosterone coming in. And as you can see in any other previous lab that I've done, in this case, this one was taken on October 20th, 2025, and this one I took relatively recently in August. My levels are consistently suppressed because I am taking exogenous testosterone. In Bill's case, there is no suppression here at all. His body is naturally producing this, and it kind of just settles it, really. But ultimately, I think what people need to realize and understand is that if this helps us kind of squash the idea that, you can't achieve this physique unless you're enhanced, I'm sorry, but Bill is here to prove you wrong and has been proving you wrong for over 30 years now. It's incredible to see the type of, athletic performance, endeavors this guy continues to, follow, but also the athletic ability that he continues to have and the drive that he has to get there. He really does set the standard, and I think he is a great ambassador for anybody who is out there to improve their health and wellness and not necessarily feel so obligated to go down the path of being enhanced. It's not absolutely necessary to be able to maintain and achieve a physique like his. You do not have to be enhanced. Now, would it be easier? Well, sure, of course it would. But I think I think this video is important because a lot of people don't think that this is possible unless you are enhanced. And it's simply not the case. So as a quick natty or not video, and one of the first ones, hopefully the only one that I'll have to do, Bill is certainly natural, has always been, and props to Bill for this one. So hopefully you guys like this and enjoy this video. I plan to be making more educational videos, not just on the natty or not, but Bill's awesome. If you don't already follow him, you saw his Instagram, check him out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.